Tonight's bedtime story is The Sleepy Fox Twins, Goodnight, Fireflies, by Storytime Explorers. Welcome, little dreamer, to a soft and sleepy tale made for bedtime where everything is cozy and safe, and nothing rushes, and every moment invites your eyes to feel heavier and heavier until your dreams arrive like friendly lanterns drifting in the night sky. Tonight's story is about two sleepy fox twins, about twinkling fireflies, and about a forest that knows how to be quiet, gentle, and endlessly kind. As we listen, we'll take our time. We'll let calmness spread like warm light across a snuggly blanket, and we'll let our bodies feel settled, peaceful, and ready for rest. If you enjoy this cozy story, you can cuddle up with it again whenever bedtime comes. Before we begin, let's invite our bodies to settle. Wiggle your toes very slowly, as if they're waving hello to your blankets. Now, let your shoulders sink down like sleepy leaves floating to a mossy floor. Take 2 soft, gentle breaths, with no hurry at all. Breathing in and breathing out. Breathing in and breathing out. Feel how the air comes in cool and goes out warm, like a tiny breeze you carry inside you. You are safe. You are cozy. Everything around you is friendly and calm. The story knows how to tiptoe. Your pillows know how to hold you. Your blankets know how to hug without squeezing, just right. And as we begin, we'll listen for quiet things. The hush of a nighttime forest, the silvery hush of moonlight, and the tiniest, sleepiest sounds, like a cricket's lullaby far away. Tonight we visit a den tucked under roots that curve like the arms of an old tree. We meet the sleepy fox twins who love to notice small lovely things, like the way dusk turns the sky to soft peach and lavender, and the way the grass cools the pads of their little fox paws when evening arrives. In this gentle world, nothing is urgent. We can linger, we can listen, and we can let our minds be soft, softer. If a yawn comes, that's a good sign. Yawns are like tiny umbrellas opening and saying, the night is here. Your body knows how to rest. Your breath knows the way to calm. Let's drift together now, step by quiet step, into the forest where fireflies sparkle like sleepy stars that decided to float closer just to say goodnight. We'll begin at the edge of the den, where a soft breeze folds the grasses flat, then lifts them up again, up and up and up, and down and down and down, like a slow and gentle wave. The night is kind, the night is calm, and the night is already waiting for you. Under the roots of a grandmother tree, the den is round and moss-lined, a green and golden nest that smells like sweet leaves after rain. The doorway is an oval of soft dirt and curled roots, and outside the doorway, the world rests in twilight, that special in-between time when day sighs into night and the sky glows with the last quiet colors. Inside the den, there are leaf blankets, wide, soft, and crinkly in only the gentlest way. A pillow made of dried grasses lies where the twins like to nap, and a smooth stone keeps cool near the entrance, so anyone can rest a warm cheek and feel the friendly chill. The den is a safe place, a place that feels like a hug. The den listens when you breathe, and the den hums softly back, like a whisper that says, "You are home." Just outside, a single dot of light flickers on, then off, then on again. It's the first firefly of the evening, a polite little lamp tapping the air. The light is not hot. It's a gentle glow like a smile. Another dot appears a few tail lengths away, and then another, and the soft air begins to feel like it has tiny stars fluttering through it. Not far, not high, but right there near the tall grass and the curved roots and the cool stone. If you want, you can imagine the den with your own favorite colors. Perhaps the moss is minty green for you with hints of lemon and lime. Perhaps the leaf blankets are bronze and honeyed. Perhaps the roots are caramel brown smooth, where paws have passed lined with the softest fur of old bark. You can imagine the twins' little nest, the way it fits them just right, as if it was shaped by the night itself to hold them with care. Near the den, a gentle stream moves slowly, as though it too has gotten sleepy. It carries moonlight in ripples, and the pebbles beneath look like tiny round cakes of silver. The breeze is so easy that it barely ruffles the leaves. It just kisses them, here and there, like a mother or father tucking in the trees. One more firefly appears, then 3 together, pulsing softly in a pattern that feels like breathing. In and out, in and out. If you listen closely, you might even feel your own breath joining that pattern without trying, breathing in and breathing out, as quiet as the tiny glows. In this forest, everything cooperates with bedtime. The owl is awake, yes, with moon-bright eyes. But even the owl keeps the world gentle, turning its head so slowly you can count the moments. The rabbits are already tucked in. The deer stand in the ferns and lower their eyelashes like little curtains. And the fox twins are just beginning to yawn. Little round yawns that show just a few baby teeth and a pink tongue curling like a petal. As the first twinkles continue to rise and blink, the night says hello, quietly, kindly, with no surprises at all. It offers an invitation, the softest kind. Would you like to watch? Would you like to sit and listen? Would you like to let your eyes drift with the dots of light as they float, dip, and lift like sleepy firelight in a gentle breeze? The den breathes, the twins breathe, you breathe, and the forest, friendly and safe, begins to glow. Sleepy fox twins are named Flick and Fern. Flick has a little tuft of fur that always stands up, as if a breeze lives right there. Fern's ears are velvety and fold a tiny bit when she is very, very sleepy. Tonight, both of them feel the night's hush arrive, and both of them notice the first fireflies. Flick blinks slowly, then blinks again, trying to copy the rhythm of the lights. On, off, on, off. Fern presses her cheek to the cool stone by the den's door and lets out a soft, tiny sigh, the kind that means, oh yes, I like this. They are safe, and they are curious. And in this story, curiosity is gentle like a feather floating down, not a jump or a dash or a hurry. Just a wondering, do you think the fireflies are saying hello? Flick asks, in a voice so quiet that the moss leans in to hear. I think they might be saying good night, whispers Fern. And her voice is even smaller, like a warm breath on your paw. Maybe each glow is a good night. Flick looks at the lights, which pulse in a soft, slow dance. He nods, his tuft bouncing very slightly. We could say goodnight back, he says, as if the idea is a blanket being spread over the evening. They sit side by side at the den's entrance, paws tucked under, tails curled around like fluffy scarves. They feel the soft earth beneath them, the cool air on their noses, and the steadiness of their own breathing, in and out, in and out. The forest hums a tiny lullaby, the stream, the crickets, the leaves, and the fireflies glow. Flick and Fern make a gentle plan, the gentlest kind of plan. They'll count a few fireflies and whisper a goodnight to each one they notice. No chasing, no catching, just noticing, just greeting, just goodnight. It's a very easy thing to do, and the kind of thing that makes eyes grow heavy without even trying. They begin with one. A single glow rises near a blade of grass and floats up a paw's height. then rests there like a lantern hung on nothing at all. "Good night, one," whispers Fern, and her whisper is so soft that it feels like a blanket's edge smoothing down. Another light blinks onto the left. Flick tilts his head and smiles. "Good night, two," he murmurs. One to the right. "Good night, three." A little cluster at the edge of the ferns, winking slowly, not in a rush. "Good night, 4, 5, and 6. Counting is easy when it is like this, when the numbers come as slowly as the moon moving through the sky, when they arrive as if they were tips of feathers touching the air. The twins yawn between numbers, and when they yawn, the forest seems to yawn with them. The stream sighs. The branches lower their shoulders. Somewhere a tiny toad gives a polite hiccup of a sound, the smallest kind of humor that makes cheeks warm, not bright. Fern remembers something that Mama Fox once said. "Fireflies aren't flies," she whispers to Flick, snuggling closer. "They're beetles with lanterns that never get hot." Flick's eyes widen, then soften again as a yawn nudges him. "Lantern beetles," he says with a smile. "Little lights that talk with glow." They keep counting, not to get to a big number, but to enjoy how each number feels to say. 7 arrives with a blink near the mossy log. 8 appears just above the cool stone. 9 flickers twice before settling into a soft, steady pulse. 10 comes in a pair, as if the lights have decided that 2 equals one nice number together. Good night, 10. Sometimes a firefly turns off its light and floats dark for a while, like a tiny boat drifting with no lantern lit. And then it turns on again, very gently, just enough to say, "I'm here." Flick and Fern love that. It reminds them of breathing, how the breath comes and goes, and the body knows what to do, all by itself. They try a new game, and it is a slow game. They decide to move as slowly as the moon, turning their heads just a little bit to follow a glow, and then resting again. Their muscles like this. Their shoulders melt down. Their paws feel warm, then heavy, then so comfy they could nap right at the den's door. "Maybe the fireflies are telling each other nighttime stories," Fern whispers. "Maybe the story is just good night, said in different ways," Flick replies. On and off, in and out, hello and good night. They listen. The night listens back. There is no hurry, and there is nothing big to decide. The plan remains soft. Count a glow, whisper a good night. Feel the breath going in, feel the breath going out. If a little breeze comes, it comes like a kitty's paw, padded and gentle. And if a leaf falls, it lands as quietly as a thought. Near the den, Mama Fox is curling up on a patch of fern, content and proud, her eyes half closed in that parent way, aware and calm, wrapped in the same tranquility as the twins. She knows that bedtime is easier when it is shared, when the whole forest agrees to be quiet together. Flick and Fern look at the doorway of their den, then at the meadow that begins just beyond the ferns. They feel safe staying near, and safe imagining the soft glow farther out. "Maybe we will sit on the mossy log soon," Fern says, as if the idea is already a nap. "Maybe we will," Flick answers, and another yawn wraps around his words like a ribbon. For now, they simply watch. They count 11 and 12. They whisper goodnight to 13 and 14. The numbers are gentle steps, small, soft, steady, leading nowhere in particular, which is exactly right for bedtime. And as the twilight deepens, the lights become a slow, breathing constellation that hovers at fox-nose height, as kind and patient as the den itself. "Good night, fireflies," they whisper together, and the forest seems to nod. The meadow is just a few drowsy steps away, and those steps are the slowest steps in the whole wide forest. Mama Fox rises with the tranquility of a cloud lifting and watches the twins with a sleepy smile. "We can sit on the mossy log," she murmurs. "We will go as slow as the moon." So they do. They walk with their tails brushing the grass like paintbrushes, making whispery strokes. Each step is quiet, placed gently, and then they pause to feel how still the air is and how delicious it is to move slowly. The mossy log is round and soft on top, as if it wears a green velvet blanket. The twins climb up, not with springs, but with little folds of movement, like a yawn that becomes a cozy stretch, and then a small, satisfied settle. From this new perch, the meadow opens like a page of a book that only sleepy creatures can read. Fireflies hover above the grasses, drifting in loops and soft zigzags. Their light is never bright, only kind. On, off, on, off. Crickets begin a hush-hush song, not loud, not sharp, just a silvery whisper that sounds like a lullaby someone sewed with tiny stitches along the edges of the night. Somewhere a breeze picks up a leaf and sets it down again, and the leaf says the quietest shh. A deer stands nearby, delicate and calm. It lowers its head to nibble a piece of clover, then pauses as if remembering to be part of the hush. It looks at the twins with dark, deep eyes, then closes them halfway as if to say, "We are all settling now." An owl turns its head slowly, slowly, slowly. The owl's feathers are so soft that even the night can't hear them. It blinks with the rhythm of the fireflies, on and off, on and off. The owl knows secrets about quiet. It knows how to be awake without being brisk. A hedgehog snuffles along the edge of the log, tiny paws touching the moss. It pauses to listen to the stream, to the crickets, to the fox twins' easy breaths. In the moonlight, the hedgehog looks like a little bundle of twigs that learn to smile. Fern tilts her ear toward the meadow. "I can hear the night breathing," she whispers. Flick nods, his tuft barely moving. "I can feel the night breathing," he answers, one paw over his belly and one paw over his chest. In and out, in and out. The breaths come in pairs, like the twinning of the foxes themselves. Mama Fox hums a tune that only nighttime remembers, a tune made of almost sounds. The hush of moss, the hush of moth wings, the hush of water sliding over stone. The crickets harmonize without knowing the word for harmony. The twins decide to play another slow game. Slow as a floating seed. They imagine they are dandelion seeds drifting through warm air. Their heads move just the tiniest bit, their bodies hardly at all. The game is so relaxing that it's almost not a game. It's a way of being that Bedtime loves. As they watch, a gentle mist drifts in from the stream, weaving silver threads between grass blades. The fireflies continue to glow in soft pulses, and the mist makes each glow look like a little lantern inside a cloud. It feels like the whole meadow is exhaling together. Mama Fox murmurs, "Did you know fireflies are beetles? Their light is called bioluminescence. It's a cool, gentle light, and it helps them talk to each other. Hello and good night." Flick and Fern smile. They adore a bedtime fact that feels like a lullaby. They start counting again, the counting that feels like rocking. 11 and 12 have already passed. Now comes 13 near a buttercup, 14 under a fern frond, 15 close to the log where they rest. "Good night, 15, they say together, and their voices are so soft that the word "good night" dissolves into the music of the meadow. A toad nearby gives a tiny, friendly hiccup sound again. Then, perhaps startled by its own politeness, settles even more deeply into its little cool hollow. The twins grin, a small, drowsy grin, the kind that needs no giggle to be complete. The meadow has a rhythm you can rest inside. It goes like this: hush and glow, hush and glow, in and out, up and up, then down and down. The twins' eyelids lower a little further, and their paws feel heavy in that pleasant way, like warm muffins resting in a basket. From the trees, a slow rain begins, not from the clouds, but from leaves that had been holding tiny drops. A leaf tips, and a bead of water falls, landing with the smallest kiss on the moss. Another bead plinks, then another, each one so soft that it makes the air feel even quieter. Flick's tuft relaxes, finally lying flat as if it has tucked itself to bed. Fern's ears fold the tiniest bit at the tips, which only happens when she feels deeply safe. Mama Fox lays her head on the log, her eyes half closed, the hum turning into the kind of quiet that children can feel, like a blanket of listening. They continue whisper counting, letting the numbers drift apart like lanterns on a stream. 16 drifts by. Good night, 16. 17 rests near a clover, as if waiting for the right moment to glow again. Good night, 17. 18, 19, 20. Each one gets a good night, each one a soft, friendly farewell for now. Do you think they'll remember our good nights? Flick asks. Fern nudges him with her shoulder, a nudge as delicate as the moon leaning on a cloud. I think good nights are like seeds, she says. They land softly and grow into dreams. They find themselves breathing the same way the fireflies glow, which is also the way the stream flows, which is also the way the crickets sing, a pattern of ease. And the longer they sit, the slower everything seems to become. Not heavy, just settled, like flour falling softly in a bakery at dawn, covering everything with a light dusting of hush. The owl feathers a wing and then tucks it back in. A careful, careful movement. The deer shifts its weight and rests a hoof, bowing as if to the night. The hedgehog finds a pile of dry leaves and nestles in, becoming a little moon of comfort. Perhaps we should go back to the den soon, Mama Fox murmurs, her voice as light as mist. The fireflies will follow us with their thoughts, and the meadow will still be here tomorrow. The twins nod, slow as a sunrise. They hop down from the log, their paws finding the friendly earth. They walk back with the same moon steps they used before, soft, deep, careful, and calm. As they pad through the ferns, the fireflies seem to float along the path, keeping a gentle distance, like a line of little lamps showing the very same way they just came from. Just before they reach the den, they pause to look back. The meadow glows like a storybook page that is almost finished, but not quite, because the last line is drawn out, drawn out, drawn out, until the eyes close by themselves. Good night, meadow, the twins whisper. Good night, lights. The stream whispers back with its tiny silver voice. The crickets make their soft, soft song. The leaves sway once, then rest. The night is so peaceful that even the stars higher up seem to blink more slowly now, as if they're copying the fireflies, or perhaps the fireflies are copying them. Either way, the world agrees on bedtime. The den is only a few steps away, and it feels closer than ever, because their bodies are ready for nest and pillow and leaf blanket, and the kind of rest that feels like drifting on a warm, quiet cloud. Their numbers trail off, sweet and simple. 21, 22, 23. Good night, friends. the twins breathe, and the path itself seems to nod them home. The doorway of the den is a round mouth of comfort, and when the twins step inside, the air feels a tiny bit warmer, the way it does when you step from evening into a room where a candle has been thinking warm thoughts for hours. Mama Fox follows them with her quiet, steady steps and settles near the entrance, where she can see the night and the twins all at once, like a guardian of glowing dreams. Flick and Fern pad to their leaf blankets, which are soft and rustle only a little, like whispers of trees gossiping kindly. They turn in small circles, slower with each turn, and finally each one flumps down, a hush flump, a happy, cozy flump, and their bodies say thank you with sighs that drift up like tiny clouds. They are tucked in by the den itself, the curves of the roots, the cool stone, the familiar smells of moss and dry grass, the sense that everything is exactly where it belongs. Exactly. Mama Fox noses their blankets a little higher and rests a paw near each little fox, a paw that says, "I'm here," and then relaxes even more. Outside, the fireflies have followed in thought, if not in step. A few drift near the doorway, far enough to be gentle, near enough to be seen, and they pulse their small lanterns so slowly now that each glow feels like a goodnight kiss stretched across a whole breath. The twins smile without lifting their cheeks too high, the slow kind of smile that belongs to bedtime. "Good night, fireflies," Fern whispers, her voice barely a brush on the air. "Good night, Meadow," Flick adds, his tuft completely tucked now, the last little question mark smoothed into quiet answers. The stream tells its silver story. The crickets sing their soft song. The owl writes loops in the air with its flight, making words no one needs to read because the feeling is enough. Moonlight spills softly onto the den's floor, a pale blanket of light that doesn't want to wake anyone, only to make everything look like a safe dream. Mama Fox hums again, just a thread of a tune. The twins' eyelids are down now, not all the way, but close. Very close, that lovely in-between where blinking is slow, and the space between blinks is a little nap all by itself. They think of the numbers they said earlier, the soft good nights to 1 and 2 and 3 to 10 and 15 and 23. And those numbers feel like stepping stones across a brook that now is just the sound of sleeping. Each good night turns into a feather and settles on their shoulders, and everything becomes heavier in the nicest way. Heavier like a blanket, like a warm friend, like a slice of moon pie sitting on a plate of sleep. "Thank you for the lights," Fern breathes, and the den seems to nod. "Thank you for the quiet," murmurs Flick, and the den nods again, a deeper nod, the kind that turns into dreaming. Gratitude is slow and sweet tonight. They are thankful for the mossy log, for the mist that turned glows into fairy lanterns, for the deer's peaceful bow, for the hedgehog's tiny nest of leaves, for the owl's gentle watchfulness, for the patient path, for the counting that rocked them like a cradle. Mostly, they are thankful for being together, being two, being held by the same night. Mama Fox whispers, "The night loves you." She says it the way you say the most ordinary truth, simple as a leaf, shining as a drop of water on that leaf. Sleep is safe here. Sleep is sweet here. Fern's breathing grows longer. Flick's breathing grows deeper. Their breaths match the firefly's light. On and off, in and out. Their tails curl close. Their paws relax. The tiny muscles in their foreheads smooth like still water. Their thoughts begin to float lazily, like boats that have no place to go. If a thought arrives, it is a soft one. A firefly blinking hello. A mossy log wearing its green velvet. A stream carrying a trail of moonlight. Mama Fox's hum, which has become almost silence now. Almost. which is just as good as a lullaby. They imagine just once more the meadow blinking back at them, and in their minds the words "good night" echo so sweetly that they become almost music. Good night, good night, good night. The word itself is cozy. The good in it, the night in it, the gentle roundness in the middle, like a door closing softly and a window opening to a soft breeze. The den warms, the night cools, the two meet in the middle, where comfort lives. And sleep comes, not quickly, not suddenly, but slowly, like honey pouring from a jar, like a feather settling, like a cloud lowering itself to the horizon. And as the sleepy fox twins drift, the story keeps them safe, and the forest keeps them safe, and everything keeps them safe. Because safety is the bed where sleep finally lies down and stretches into dreams. Outside, the fireflies pulse now and then, keeping their watch. Inside, the twins' breaths are the softest tide. The owl closes its eyes for a moment. It can do that, even awake. And the deer tucks its legs under, and the hedgehog's leaf nest becomes an even cozier ball. Good night, Mama Fox whispers one last time, to the twins, to the fireflies, to the den, to the night. The word is a key turning in the lock of evening. It is the last page turning, and the illustration is of two small foxes asleep, with little smiles, leaf blankets up to their chins, tails like commas that finally pause. Now the story rests and carries you the rest of the way, as softly as a cloud carries a moonbeam. No new adventures, just comfort, just ease, just the simple habits of sleep arriving, because everything is gentle. Let's settle the body, from toes to nose, from little fingers to soft eyelids, as if we are tucking each part in with a tiny blanket of calm. Starting at the toes, curl them gently, just a little, and then let them go, let them melt. Imagine your toes warming like small stones in sunshine, then feeling pleasantly heavy. The bottoms of your feet relax, soft and safe. Your ankles loosen, kind and stretchy. Your calves, those quiet muscles, grow smooth and calm, as though a sleepy breeze is brushing past them. Your knees soften. Your thighs settle, heavy in the most comfortable way, nested in your blankets or on your mattress as if they grew there. Your hips sigh, and your belly relaxes into the sweetest, softest shape. It rises and falls like a tiny boat on an evening lake. Your back finds its favorite spots, the ones that feel like, yes, right there, that's it. Your chest is warm and calm. Your heart beats like a friendly drum that knows bedtime is here. Your shoulders drop down, and then a little more down, finally held by the bed. Your arms are warm and heavy, your elbows resting easily, your wrists soft, your hands like bundles of feathers. Now your neck, gentle and long, is cushioned by night. Your jaw is loose and comfy. Your lips touch softly, your cheeks smooth out. Your nose senses cool air in, warm air out, like a tiny firefly lamp glowing, then resting, glowing, then resting. Your eyes, oh, your sweet eyes, are heavy in the nicest way, like tiny foxes curled in leaf blankets. Your forehead is smooth, your scalp is calm, your whole face is peaceful. Now we breathe together in a sleepy pattern, in for 4, out for 4. Not too deep, not too big, just soft and easy, a breeze in a quiet room. Breathe in softly for 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out gently for 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, in for 1, 2, 3, 4. Out for 1, 2, 3, 4. Again, in, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Again, in, 2, 3, 4. out, 2, 3, 4. 2 more together, easy as a feather drifting. In, 2, 3, 4, out, 2, 3, 4. Last one, the softest one. In, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Imagine now a friendly cloud above your bed, lower than usual, close enough to invite you aboard. The cloud is made of the gentlest mist, warmer than the night and cooler than the day, perfect for sleeping. It lowers and scoops you up, and you float, slowly, 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 as if time is a lullaby sung just for you. Around you, the air sparkles with tiny firefly glows, quiet and unhurried. Each glow is an invitation to rest. Each glow is a small good night. You drift over a meadow, then over a safe, sleepy forest, then over a den that you know now as home in this story. The cloud moves like a cradle being rocked by a parent who never gets tired, who knows exactly how to go slow. If you like, you can let the fireflies count your breaths, blinking within and dimming without, in and out, in and out, all the way to dreams. Now the affirmations come, like warm stars, little truths that land softly and melt into your heart. You are safe. You are loved. You are peaceful. Your body knows how to rest. Your dreams are gentle and kind. Bedtime is your cozy place. You are growing, sweet and strong, even when you sleep. You are calm. You are calm. You are calm. If any thought floats by, we let it float like a leaf on the stream, not needing to be held, not needing to be chased, just drifting along until it is gone. We breathe with the fireflies again, in for 4, out for 4. As easy as tiny glows appearing and resting. Your eyelids are heavier now. Your jaw is softer now. Your shoulders are sinking in, all the way, held and supported. And underneath you is a bed that says, I've got you. Above you is a quiet night. Around you is a snug nest, and within you is stillness. Picture a lantern made of gentle light at your center, warm and steady, not bright, just enough glow to feel like home. Each breath makes it glow a little on the in, and rest a little on the out. In and out, in and out. It's the same rhythm the meadow knows, the same rhythm the twins learned. It's the rhythm your body remembered all along. If you wish, whisper inside your heart, I am safe. I am cozy. I am ready to sleep. Let the words grow slower each time you think them, until the words are not words anymore, but feelings, and then not even feelings. Just a soft hush that fills up the quiet and becomes your dreaming. The cloud settles lower, 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 and you rest there, in that tender space between awake and asleep, where everything is kind and easy. No need to do anything. Sleep comes to you like a firefly drifting close, like a blanket being pulled up, like Mama Fox's hum dissolving into silence. You are safe. You are loved. You are peaceful. Good night, little dreamer. Good night.